Here's what I told my son. 7:38. He said, one person would tell him out. He had an hour before midnight. They're starting here.
Close the doors. We're loading. Thank
Here's your ballot.
Okay. At this time, the doors should be closed. Grant Moody, will you shut that door for voting, please?
Do the candidates leave?
Yeah, I can do it.
Would you walk up there and see if the other doors are closed?
Madam Chairman? Madam Chairman?
Yes, sir.
Chris Anderson, 3083. How are we going to vote for this? First name only, our initials are what? And will the candidates please leave the room?
Okay, so they all have 3 different names. There's Chris Rocket. You can do Chris. You can do Chris Rocket. You can do Weston Martinez. You can do Marco Crawford. They all have 3 different names.
Madam Chairwoman, they're handing more than one ballot to each person. Somebody up front got 3, they could vote 3 times.
No. If the number of chairs that we have in this room does not match, I'm going to throw out the vote.
Oh, there you go. That's good.
you, Barbara. They're supposed to come around with a box or something. They come
I would like to say, may I have everyone's attention, please?
Yes.
Some of the ballots are sticking together. This honest woman here brought forth to my attention that she got 3. That's not fair. So what I'm going to do is right now, starting over here with Mr. Lovejoy, count off all the precinct chairs so that our numbers match. And if there's more, I'm throwing it out. We're going to do it again.
Can we sit?
Stand up and just sound out. 1, 2, 3.
2, 3.
Stand up 3.
4, 5, 6, 7,
10, 11,
12,
13, 14, 15, 16,
17,
18,
19, 20, 21,
22, 23,
24,
25,
26,
27, 28,
30,
32, 33, 34,
35,
36, 37, 38,
39,
Quiet, please.
41,
43,
45, 46,
47, 48,
49,
51,
52, 53,
54, 55, 56, 57, 58,
59, 60,
Miss Fritz, are you voting? Miss Fritz, you get to vote.
63.
64.
Let's go from one end to the other. Don't count 64, you're in the middle. Go to the end and come across. Quiet, please, we're counting.
Use your gavel, call it to order.
Gavel.
64.
65.
66.
67.
68.
69. 70.
71.
73. 76. 77. 79. 80. 81.
I've got your integrity.
83. 84.
85.
86.
87.
88. 90. 91.
3.
94.
95.
96.
97. 98. 99. 100.
101. 102.
103.
104. 106.
108.
111.
113. 117.
Okay, we have 117 eligible voters. All right, would you please mark your candidate? Charlotte, you're a teller, and Martinez? Miguel, sorry. Miguel Martinez? Did Miguel leave? Miguel, come forward. Oh, he's picking up votes.
Madam Chair, point of information. The standing rules allow in rule number 7 that each can appoint tellers to help count the results on the ballots.
I'm sorry, there was a lot of just talking. Will you restate?
It's rule number 7 in the standing rules.
Anyone else have
And it says, everybody except
At least 2 tellers shall be appointed to count the results on ballot. Each candidate shall be permitted to appoint a watcher.
Okay, can you get candidates like a watcher?
Each candidate appoints them, their candidate appoints them.
Okay, we have 3 right here.
he has to stay in the room.
there any objection to me moving on with the agenda? Yes?
No. Madam Chairman, Michael Rain, Precinct 2026. I was going to suggest, in the interest of expediency, let's move on to nominations for secretary.
All right, nominations are open for secretary.
Madam Chairman, may the doors be open now?
Yes, they are. Oh, open up that one in the back, I can't see that one. They were supposed to have the air conditioner on tonight. They did not back on.
Madam Secretary, Chris Coons, Precinct 3030, proudly nominating Marilyn Jowdy for Secretary of the Republican Party of Bexar County.
Marilyn Jowdy.
Madam Chairman, Ashley Montemayor from 3105, I nominate Lauren Sanchez for Secretary.
Are there any other nominations?
That's what I was going to do.
Seeing no more nominations? Nominations are closed. Okay, Ms. Jowdy, would you like to give a speech?
Hi, I've been here, these meetings since 2006 as a precinct chair, familiar with many of you, y'all with me. I served as Secretary Pro Tem up here for county executive committees in 2015 and 16. I've also served as up at the dais for our county SD 25, assistant with secretaries, and served 3 terms as secretary for my women's club, so I can do the minutes and follow the procedures. Since 2004, I've attended been my precinct conventions and all the, I've been delegate to all the state and county conventions, and I got to go last year to the national convention as a guest. Since 2004, I've also been election day and early voting judge at 4 presidentials and 8 primary elections. And that's the key that made me, I found out as an early voting, especially early voting election judge, that with all the different things that were going on, different positions, I found out that I could just be nonpartisan. I was able to be, it was real simple for me to be independent and just get down and do the facts and get everything right by the rule book. I learned that I had that characteristic. That's why I stood up when asked to go ahead and run for this office, because I like to see everything work out right, and I can work with anybody in this room. Also, I think our clubs, our local clubs are very important, and so I would commit, if I was your secretary and officer of this party, that I will become a member of and attend every one of our local clubs. That includes the San Antonio, that's time? Oh, okay. I think I get 3 minutes.
What's your name again?
Marilyn Jowdy.
Hello, everybody. Congratulations, you are the last men standing.
Amen.
My name is Lauren Sanchez, and I am up for secretary. I do not have as much experience as Ms. Jowdy. Very gracious to you, though, for the experience that you do have.
I've been involved since 2012. I've been a precinct chair as long. Essentially, I found out about the local party and the primary process, the precinct chair conventions, SD conventions, state conventions, and as soon as I did, I became involved. So unfortunately, I'm not retired. I do work, and I'm kind of important at a local small business here with friends of mine. Not saying that to pat myself on the back, but it does limit my availability during the week. That being said, evenings, I'm more than happy to be here through the heat, late up into the night, with my energy drink if need be. And I am meticulous with details. I essentially run an office, handle 100% of the customer service face-to-face, online, over the phone, answering any and every question that's proffered to me. I'd be more than happy and honored to serve y'all. However, if y'all prefer Ms. Jowdy, the challenge is yours. With whatever time I have left, I appreciate the time that y'all have given me, but I am tiring just a little bit, and for whatever minutes I may be taking for the remainder, I'd like those to be accurate. So, thank you very much for your consideration. Lion Conference.
So we can't bring out the vote for the vice chairs right now because they're still counting. So now, if it's okay with the body, can we move on to treasurer?
We have
to vote.
Madam Chair? We have a vote. We have it. All right. So the vote for Chris Rocket is 53, Weston Martinez 40, and Marco Crawford 21. And 2 not valid with 116 votes cast out of 117. So the margin of error was 1. Good job, Assembly. So Chris Rocket is your new vice chair. It has to be a majority? Oh, geez. Runoff between Weston Martinez and Marco Crawford. I stand corrected. Okay, Chris Rocket and Weston Martinez. Runoff.
Instead of a runoff, I said you do a dance off.
Okay, we're going to do a dance off. All right.
next time she'll know how to dress.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to bring out some more ballots.
Good, we need them. Yeah, we got
Yay! Would you like to hear from the candidates again, or would you like to just go for a vote?
Yeah, we have to count down again, though.
Did you get some more ballots?
We need them for the secretary,
Chris Rocket is your new vice chair. The vote was The vote was Chris Rocket 63, Weston Martinez 50, not valid 4, for a total of 117. Thank you for your honesty. Okay, will we pass out more ballots for secretary, please?
Let's have a nomination. Maybe we'll only have one.
We can. No, we
We need to pass out some more ballots, please. Mr. Zuniga? We'll be voting for secretary between Ms. Gowdy and Ms. Sanchez. Mr. Zuniga, would you pass out some more ballots, please? Lauren Sanchez and Ms. Gowdy.
Jowdy.
I'm sorry. A lot of people mispronounce my name too, but I still answer. All right. Miss Cheryl, did you want to be recognized?
I did, ma'am. Can we go ahead and nominate for treasurer?
Does the Assembly have any objection to nominating for treasurer? I'm sorry, we can't be talking about something while we're passing out ballots.
Would you like a ballot? Yes, I would. Thank you very much.
I'd like to remind the Assembly of the candidates that are running. Marilyn Jowdy, thank you, and Lauren Sanchez. Will you please mark your ballot?
But my feeling is we have so
Now you better go up there. Then we need to change that, Madam Chairman. Is it, what are the ballots are invalid? Can we get a brand new record? It's supposed to be 3. What number is that? 3.
Okay, there's supposed to be new ballots with the number 3 on the envelope for fresh ballots.
All those go away.
All the ones that were handed to you go away. Michael Zuniga, can you please stay in the room?
Mine has 2 over here.
Yeah, the numbers.
That's why you need to turn it back in. We need 3.
Give me a 3.
I'll wait.
Yeah, but the runoff.
We have to have a different. He's already done part of that. Did you get 3?
I got it 2.
I need a 3.
We need 3s.
Please
Give it back to her.
collect the 3s or the 2s.
Are you kidding?
That's okay, we can give it back.
Your ballot should have a 3 on it.
Yeah, okay.
If you sign on a 2, it will be thrown out.
You got one with the 3 on it?
Yes.
All right. Here's one with the 2 on it.
Huh?
You want the old one?
Just go to like
Okay, here's three. Here's three.
We don't have any.
Are there any other nominations for treasurer?
Yes, Madam Chairman.
Yes, Ms. Cheryl.
Cheryl Hagenson, Precinct Chair 3028. I'd like to nominate Lily Goff, and I'd like to go ahead and speak in favor of her. She has served us. Not yet? Okay.
We haven't allowed anybody else to speak if we have anybody.
Are there any further nominations?
I move we close nomination.
Okay, do I hear a second?
Second.
All right.
Can't nominate the second.
Ladies first. Oh, she's losing count.
They're both ladies. Which one's more of a lady?
May I have the attention assembly? Ms. Goff will be speaking. May I have it quiet, please?
Hello, everyone. I'm sure most of you, or the majority of you, know who I am. I'm Lily Goff, and I've been the treasurer for a couple of years. So if you want to elect me, I'll be more than happy and proud to serve. If I don't, I'm going to go work for Mr. Durazio, so I'm happy with that as well. And I'll be working part-time, so I'll be working for him part-time, so I can probably do this part-time as well. If not, I can always be an assistant. But I would appreciate your vote. I'm very dedicated to the Republican Party, and I do want to be here when Trump runs, because I am for Trump 100%.
Mr. Zuniga, please come to the room. Mr. Zuniga? Mr. Robert Cantu?
Hi, I'm Robert Cantu, also known as Repub Cantu. I am a tax attorney for 28 years. I'm a CPA since 1993. I've been a precinct chair since 1994, off and on. And I've been church treasurer, and I've been working with Lily the last 6 weeks or so, so I've been your acting treasurer for about, in conjunction with her, working on the reports and so forth. I used to be an auditor for Exxon for 5 years in Houston, and also in Latin America. And I'm also certified as a fraud expert in the local district court here in Bexar County.
No, these are not. He's on the table. The fact that he's on the table means he was voted by the chair.
Okay, I have the results for the assembly. Are you ready for the results?
Yes.
Marilyn Jowdy, 55. Lauren Sanchez, 51, not valid. 2 for a total of 108. Marilyn Jowdy is your secretary.
So far, I haven't
I need the tellers to come forward. Miguel, Charlotte, Alex. Votes are Lily Goff, 58, and Robert Cantu, 42. And I appoint Miss Lynette Boggs Fadis. Is there any objection to this appointment? Since there's no objection,
We object, Madam Chair.
it should be ratified. It says the legal counsel shall be appointed by the county chair and ratified by a majority vote of the members present and voting on statutory executive committee. I get one vote. I get one appointment. Thank you for the bylaws.
Did you want us to ratify right now?
Ratify.
Call for the vote. Your buddies.
The hour is late, and so I'm going to just give you the promise that Elizabeth Taylor gives every new husband. Don't worry, I won't keep you long. Okay. My name is Lynette Boggs Perez. I'm a family and criminal lawyer here in San Antonio. My office is in the Tower Life building. I've been involved in national and local Republican politics for the past 20 years. I moved to Texas a decade ago because my parents retired here after my dad's 30-year career in the United States Army, where he was a decorated soldier, command sergeant major, dog-faced soldier of the 3rd Infantry Division. I am an alumna of the University of Notre Dame. I have a master's degree in public administration from UNLV. I am a law graduate of St. Mary's Law School, where I was on the law review. I had an opportunity to clerk for the Honorable Rebecca Simmons of the Texas 4th Court of Appeals, as well as Piper Griffin, Chief Justice in the Orleans Parish in Louisiana. I have written scholarly journals on such issues as Heller versus the United States, Second Amendment, as well as Citizens United versus FEC. I have served as a board member for publicly traded corporations that had to be, operated or certified by publicly traded regulatory agencies, and I also have served as a trustee myself of the United States Naval Academy. So I'm a former assistant city manager. I'm a former 3-time elected Republican official in Nevada, and I'm very familiar with city council ordinances, state regulations, federal regulations, and weekly I participate in a conference call with the White House. I've had an opportunity, I've been invited by this administration to help advise the president on children's issues. And so I am someone that has those connections locally and nationally that I would like to serve to bring our party to higher heights. Lynette Boggs Perez, I respectfully ask for your ratification.
Those in favor of ratifying the appointment say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no.
Patty?
Our new legal counsel.
and I get along a lot on a lot of things. You know, where she is that thorn in someone's side.
So now we go to item number 5. May I have the Assembly's attention? We go to item number 5, and we go to the administration of the oath of office to the new officers. Will all the officers please come forward?
Now they can take over. Not till after this morning. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Mr. Cantu, for your service.
Jack finger is he's the guy who's going to ask questions. But that's okay. My eyes can't see.
Okay, we have the vice chair, we have the secretary, we have the treasurer, and we have the legal counsel. So raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, state your name, affirm that I will uphold the Constitution of the United States.
Affirm that I will uphold the Constitution of the United States.
The Constitution of the great state of Texas.
The Constitution of the great state of Texas.
The platform of the Republican Party.
The platform of the Republican Party.
And that I will, to the best of my abilities,
I will, to the best of my ability,
serve as your designated office.
serve as your secretary.
You call it what your office is. For the Bexar County Republican Party. So help me God.
So help me God.
We're all hot and sweaty. No, well, please do.
Okay, the next item on the agenda is the treasurer's report.
Oh, I thought you told me.
2017 to 2018 fiscal year report. Lily Goff.
It's nice and oh, wait, we can't see it. Oh, there we go. Make it big. Yeah, there's a remote for it. That's fine. Remote.
We're trying our best to put it on the screen here, but let's go ahead and get started because I know it's hot in here and it's late, and I believe everyone has the budget. Great. Robert and I worked together on it. Our budget team worked together on it. Our new chairman, she gave us some nice suggestions as well, and some goals that she wants to achieve and to get the Republican Party healthier again. Okay, so the first column, budget goals for 2017 to 2018. Those were the goals that were approved a year ago, and the entire budget was for $196,000. The second column is the actuals end of year as of 30 June, from 1 July to 30 June. Okay, and that's that middle column. So for the Sherman's Barbecue, we had predicted we would make $21,000. We made $27,000. The reason, and the reason we did that is because we had two barbecues. Okay, we did one with Stovall before he left, and then the Chairman DeRazio had one as well because we were so busy with the primary that we had another, because we wanted to do a fundraiser and we weren't able to do the President's Day celebration because the primary took a lot of our time. So kudos to both chairmen, Stovall and DeRazio, for $27,000 as income that came in. The Hall of Fame, we have $24,000 that came in. And then the quarterly fundraisers was $1,414. And then the Avid, we did a wonderful event during that time when Stovall was here, and that was $18,000 that came in. So thanks to the Stovall group when they were here. So altogether, $71,320 came in for the special events. And then other income, as you can see, the Bear Elephant, we set a goal for $8,700. We did $6,930, which is really good. And then the major donors, we still have to work on that, but the new chairman has some ideas and some goals that I'm sure will bring that up. Then the contingency fund, $10,533, for a grand total of all the income that came in last year is $106,924.19. Then you can go down and see all the disbursements that we had. For the Sherman's Barbecue, we made 27 for the two barbecues, and we had 12,000 in expenditures. And then $71, and the Hall of Fame had 8,000 in expenditures, which is a really good event. And then as we go further down, you'll see the other Get Out the Boat, $3,660. The contingency, some little expenses we had. And community involvement, self-supporting events. Self-supporting events, Mr. DeRazio, when he was the chairman, he put this really nice state convention and precinct convention book, and we brought in some money from that and other things that we have done in there. So thanks to Mr. DeRazio for that chairman's book. I wish we had sold more. He was kind enough to donate that to us as the party, and so we're very appreciative for that. The internet, as you can see, is $6,000. Copier, $2,000, so on. These are the general amounts that we need just to get the business running on a annually basis. So the income that came in was $106, the disbursements was $104, net income over expenses $2,762.19, and then we have in our bank $28,982.45. So that's how we ended the year. What I want you to look at now is the very last column, which is the proposed budget. Okay, for the Sherman's Barbecue, what we decided to do was to just set a goal. Keep in mind, these are just goals for $20,000 for the Sherman's Barbecue. We did that because it was an anomaly that we had two barbecues last year. We may only have one, so we're setting a goal of $20,000 for that one. Victory celebration, we put $3,000. President's Day, I know our new chairman, Ms. Cynthia Brim, wants to have a President's Day, so we put that goal in there. And then we have other events that she would like to have, which the speaker events for $130, holiday party event, $25K, a casino event for $120, and quarterly fundraisers for $40,500.
Madam Treasurer, I have a question about the budget. Yeah, the numbers you're reading off. On the event that you have, I'm sorry, my name is Becky Edler, I'm 3199.
Yes, ma'am.
Under your special events, there's a column there, or a row there, that says casino event. We are not a 401c3. We cannot hold a casino night, and if you'd like to verify that, you can speak to Judge Cindy Criers. We've checked that out.
Let's go through the budget, then go line by line.
Until 5 in the morning.
Let's ask our legal counsel.
Lily has a job to do, so Miss Edler, you're out of order. Continue, Miss Goff.
All right, I'll just go down the list.
Point of information, please.
Yes, ma'am?
Why are we discussing budget when we have a new executive advisory board that needs to take this under consideration and develop the budget from there?
We have to have the budget approved because the new fiscal year started 1 July. And we have to have these approved so we can do fundraisers, so we can pay bills, so we can pay contractors.
No, that's out of order until the executive advisory board, under the newest bylaws, considers and develops the budget. Motion to, in section 2, duties, under F, review the annual budget to be presented to the executive committee for approval.
Are these the new bylaws you're referring to, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then, let me talk to the new chairman, because if that is the case, then we will have to be under a continuing resolution authority. Because we have to pay bills. We have rent to pay, we have monthly bills that we have to pay just to keep this business going here.
This is the purpose of the executive advisory board, and I'm sure that they can convene shortly in the next several days.
All right.
Michael Zuniga, will you talk to Ms. Fryer?
What kind of party we're going to have? What kind of party we're going to have? I'm welcome to come sit with me. I'll sit. Yeah. So, can you believe this? They're taking all power away.
There's already a motion that I made on the floor to approve 60,000 K, and then this goes over to the ELB, else we are violating our own bylaws. And it's been seconded. Again, Ms. Brim, or Chairman Brim, point G, also review and approve all monthly financial budget reports from the treasurer and event budget reports. All of what Lily is doing, which thank you, gets reviewed by the ELB at this time. So I'm making a motion to go ahead and approve $60,000 so they can continue until that's been reviewed. That motion's on the floor and been seconded.
We're having a discussion here.
Yes.
Please.
Please be seated. They're going to fight. 2 years we're going to spend people like that fighting. So we're getting up kind of. We're not getting.
What do you know? What is that ultimately already picked? They want to have all the precinct and already
Oh, there has been moved and seconded that we take $60,000 and until the executive committee approved budget is reviewed by the budget committee.
That new board is good.
We haven't finished electing yet.
We haven't elected it yet.
From her. Yeah, we don't.
How can we wait?
Is there any debate?
How can we wait
Is there any debate?
Okay, I guess I'll say
We're doing that again. We're going to do it.
Well, basically, the executive lead.
Chairwoman or what?
What?
She's out of order.
I'm sorry, what?
Do you want to be chairwoman or what? You're taking control of the
Ms.
whole meeting.
Sanchez.
What is wrong with you?
Ms. Sanchez.
Yes, call for debate. So basically, it's the job of the Executive Leadership Board to review what the treasurer puts together so that they can discuss how all that money that she just went through, which is nicely done, and then she'll come back to us or they'll come back to the CEC to give that approval, and $60,000 should get them through until that's done at the time.
Will you give us approval, Patty? Or not?
Okay, we're going to take this to a vote. Those in favor of the motion to take the $60,000 and submit it to the, what do they call it?
Into her board, and the Patty Gibbons
The
board.
Executive Leadership Board, which we don't even have anyone appointed yet. Elected.
That's what the recess says. You go into your executive
So the executive committee has to approve these people that you want to take and vote on our budget according to your bylaws.
Yeah, that's right.
We're going to be doing more votes. No, you just go into your precinct. You break up to 1, 2, 3.
Okay, those in favor, signify by saying aye. Those opposed?
No!
The chair is not sure.
Madam Chair, just to make it clear, all we're voting on is 60,000 authorization, not whether the board reviews it or not. Now, if someone wants to come up with a different price, they can, but we closed debate, and that was what the motion was.
So, those in favor, please stand up.
If you don't stand up, we can't have a party.
Give me the account. Charlotte?
Because we have to.
We don't have 60 in the bank.
Then we'll reconvene again and we'll go over the budget with the executive committee's approval. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so the adoption of the fiscal year 2017 to 2018 it is moved and seconded to adopt the 2017 to 2018 fiscal year report as presented. Those in favor? Those opposed?
No!
Yeah, you just throw that.
The ayes have it.
They've already. No, they can't say that. Yes, they have. You can't say that. And the only reason is that okay. These people behind you, all around. Yeah, but they're still getting everything. Yeah, but by precincts it might be different. I doubt it. I doubt it. Patty Gibbons is in 3. And Marion's in 2. Who's in 1 and 4?
Okay, at this time, we're going to recess to caucus by precinct executive committee. And is 15 minutes enough time? Yes? All right. So let's recess for 15 minutes. And we have to be back here at, I'm going to give you 16 minutes because that'll put us at exactly 12:30.
Can we break up our room?
Okay. Let's divide the rooms in quarters.
Precinct 3 in the back.
No.
Okay, one back left, okay?
Two in the hall.
Two,
In the hall.
two in the back right, three over here, and four over here. Mr. Courier. One. Mr. Courier will give a report from precinct 1.
We held a caucus. I was elected. End of story.
Mr. Chandler.
Congratulations.
No, he's precinct 4, I'm sorry, he's 2. Sorry, correction. Precinct 2, Marion Stato.
Precinct 2 met in this precinct executive committee at 12:17. I was elected the chairman of the caucus, and Vera Billingsley was appointed secretary. And we had 2 candidates running for member of the executive legislative board, and Lauren Sanchez was elected.
Mr. Bible. Mr. Bible.
I'm the electee, I'm not the
You want to give your report?
No, it's
That's what Marion Stango's telling me, that everybody's got to give their report.
Carol is.
I'm Carol Vanderwally, Precinct 3119. I was elected the chairman for our caucus on Precinct 3. 3 people were nominated for the board. Lee McMillan, Etta Fanning, and Fred Bible. There was not a majority reached on the first vote, so we took a second vote with Lee and Fred as the 2 leading vote getters. Lee McMillan received 14 votes, Fred 7 votes, 2 were 17, and 2 were abstentions.
Who won?
Fred.
So Fred won.
Yay!
All right, Mr. Chairman.
There you go, Fred.
Thank you. I'm Bradley Chandler, Precinct 4200, reporting for the Precinct 4 caucus. I was elected as the caucus chair. We also had 3 nominees, Andres Holliday, myself, Charlotte Folsom. A vote was taken, and I was selected as the leadership board, the executive leadership board. Thank you.
Bradley, what's your full name?
Oh, Bradley Chandler.
Chandler.
Thank you.
The next item is new business. And point A is discussion and disposition.
Madam Chairman, we have one more election. There's a 5th member of the Executive Legislative Board that we have not voted on yet. And it's going to be at large, so it should be a floor nomination.
I don't see that on the agenda.
It's on Article
It's
5.
in the bylaws.
It's there.
Where is my copy?
Madam Chair, it's covered under "and officers."
Thank you, Mr. Cruzel. So we need 1 at-large county commissioner precinct elected to serve by each precinct executive committee and caucus. All correction, 1 at-large precinct chair elected to serve by the county executive committee.
Madam Chairman,
Yes, ma'am.
I rise to put in nomination Jamie Mathis for the at-large position on the Executive Leadership Board.
Any other nominations? Mr. Rain?
Madam Chairman, Michael Rain, Precinct 2026. I nominate Andres Holliday.
Madam Chair, Jack Finger, 4157. I nominate Mr. Mark DeRosio.
who declined? Okay, Mr. Draw, who declined? Thank you.
We're going to be firing. The other member Stevens, precinct 3079, will the quorum be required for this vote?
Yes.
Isn't it 25%? Yes. 50% of the members present.
We're going to have a quorum, not majority. We have to have a quorum to vote.
It's Article 5, Section 3A.
Okay, it's 50% or more of the voting members.
Majority of the members present.
Of the majority of the members present. Sorry.
We must have a quorum to do that.
Madam Chair,
Article 5, Section.
I make a motion that we close nomination.
The quorum, when we started the vote, was 117. All right? I don't think that we have that now.
No, Madam, it doesn't require a quorum. It says the members shall be elected by the majority of the executive committee present and voting. That's us. Whoever's here.
Whoever remains.
Can you say that louder, please?
Article 5, Section 3, letter B says, nomination of candidates for the precinct at large to the executive leadership board shall be made from the floor. The members shall be elected by the majority of the executive committee present and voting. That's us. 50% of here, whoever's left.
Amen.
Madam Chairwoman,
Yes.
I think Jamie would actually be an excellent choice for this. I'm going to go ahead and withdraw my nomination for it.
I have one more ballot.
I thought there were 3 candidates on the ballot. You withdrew. All right. Okay. All those in favor of making Jamie Mathis your at-large executive board member, signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed? No. The ayes have it.
No.
Alright, now we get to talk about headquarters.
Alright. So, new business is the next item on the agenda, and the discussion and disposition of the county party headquarters. Alright, so we were told that we have to be out of here by the end of August. I have an email that said we'd be out on the 24th of September. They rescinded that. They said, no, we're going to give you 60 days, and that will be, actually should have been like the 15th, I believe, of August, but they extended it to the end of August. So we have approximately a month to vacate the premises. It's my understanding the building's been sold, and we need to act on this. I have been around looking at different properties, one on San Pedro, and trying to keep it within our budget of what we've been paying before, which was $1,000. I found some businesses are around $1,500 a month, and one, like I said, one's on San Pedro. I found one that is going to be like brand spanking new. It's off of, I'm trying to Garden Ridge, or, I'm sorry? Wetmore, but I think it's something Ridge. Anyway, it's a beautiful facility, and it would include a warehouse of 1,000 square feet. I thought that was cool. We get to design it any way that we want, and the only thing is that we would have to, and I know that we have some precinct chairs that are in construction, we would have to do the finishing part of it, like the walls and paint it and crown molding if you want all that. But they would put in the air conditioning, they would put in the toilets. You're in construction. We can get it for a song. And anyway, they don't need to know that. But if we do that, what he said, whatever our retail cost is, they will take that off at the end of the lease. And I told them, you know, my term's 2 years, and so I can't give you more than that. And he said, I'd like to have it for a little longer. And I said, look, you give us a good deal, you cut us a good deal, I'm sure that, you know, we'll stay here, but I can't tell you that. So right now it's just 2 years. Seems like a real nice guy and willing to work with us. The third place was off of 1604, I think it's called the Arbors. And I'm just going to tell you how you get there, okay, because I don't remember the cross street. Go 281 north, and then go 1604 west, exit Stone Oak, do the turnaround. I'm just telling you, okay, that's all. All right, and go down to the Arbors, it's on the right. There was one there. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful building. It was $2,500, and that had a $500 discount on it because the guy wants to sublet it to us for 2 years. And those are the facilities that I've seen thus far. The fourth option, which is one that I think is worth considering, and I know some of the older precinct chairs are opposed to this, as well as some of the volunteers, is that we go virtual. All right. By that, I've converted the. Hear me out, please. All right, that's what this is, right? So what that means is go Office 365, Microsoft Office 365. We go into the cloud. That relieves us of the responsibility of having to pay a monthly obligation. That means everybody that's involved can access these files from home, from work, wherever it is that you need, until we get the money in our account to where we can move forward and make that commitment. Right now we have $28,000 left in the bank, and we need to get busy making some money. And those are the options. And now that's just temporary, by the way. That's just temporary until we raise the funds. That would be my suggestion. Until we raise the funds to where we can make, you know, a longer-term commitment with more money in the bank to where we can get what we want, what we need, and where we want it. That's it.
I make a motion. I make a motion that we punt all of the suggestions over to the executive leadership board. That's in our bylaws, that they review those types of contracts and what you just mentioned.
We have 30 days to be out of here, which means we need to act on this fast.
I know that's their job, Bexar.
I understand that, but I'm pointing this out because I know how hard it is to get people together. We need to act on this fast.
On that note, Madam Chairman, can you also say that all those who were elected tonight, the meetings are always getting here so that we can have a meeting about when we're going to meet next?
All right. Your Vice Chair, Mr. Rocket, has suggested that all of the leadership that were elected tonight immediately after our adjournment come to him so that a time can be set to where you can meet together to make this decision. Is there a second?
I second.
Second. All those in favor, signify. Aye. Okay. Opposed? No. Motion passes.
What
Oh, and one other thing, on the collection of donations, don't forget to put your badge in the envelope and...
With your money.
Donation. Right, with the money.
Madam Chairman,
Yes.
I move that we adjourn this meeting.
Okay, all in favor, signify.
Aye.
We are now adjourned.
What do we do with the stuff, the chairs, or anything else tonight? Do we leave them here? Do we pack them up? But please,
Everybody pick up your trash.
pick up your trash. All the trash off the
Please
floor.
pick up your trash.
And throw them in the facilities. No one can leave till all the trash is gone. About the what?
Madam Chairman, we have not voted on adjournment.
We did.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did. Yeah, we did.
Okay.